sure you know it's a great time now to grab a jotter, grab a pen, because today we're going to be treating polygamy. I know, yes, polygamy, yes, it's complicated. And as you know, it's happening every single day. So how do we prepare for this? How do we avoid it? And what should we do when found in that situation? It's going to be interesting today. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Before the break, I introduced the topic of polygamy. This is a harsh reality for many women out there, and it's something that has been part of our culture and tradition and even religion. With me now, I have a couple that's dealing with this situation. Let's meet them. Welcome, sir. I have Malam Suleiman. Welcome.
Present.
Welcome. And then I have his wife here, Malam Rabi Suleiman. Welcome.
Thank you
for coming. Much. Thank you. All right then. A few days ago, sir, your wife came in to complain that you're about to take a fourth wife. So I'd like you to hear from her. Madam, please go ahead.
He insists on taking a fourth wife, but he's not using his common sense. He has 15 children. Did I tell you? 15 children. This man sitting here. Wow. He has not sent them to school. He said one of his sons should become a hunter, the other should become a carpenter, the other should become a waiter. He has no future ambition. And he promised me that will never happen. He promised me I was going to be the last wife. You promised me. Go back up anywhere. You promised. Let me talk.
Okay.
He promised me. And now, this man suddenly, he wakes me up one morning and tells me he's going to bring in another woman. I told Baka Isaba, it will never happen. Not on my watch. It will not happen.
I see.
Madam Moderator.
Yes, sir.
You see, something like this, I would say no answer. Ama, I thank God you are a very beautiful woman. So I will answer. You see this woman that is looking like a baby elephant. Yeah? That is complaining and say I don't get 15 children and everything. Ask the woman if no be him, he don't question, I don't get and the children, he don't be 15. She and her second and the other number first one. Yeah? So let me tell you, it's my culture to make sure that we marry more than one wife. So she is not the first person that is going to stop, or maybe I'm going to stop marrying number 4 wife. So let me tell you, you see this woman, there is nothing I never make a provision for her.
I see.
What is the problem of a woman? Is it not a food in no depot house? So I get a food. Up to 15 bag of corn. So that is one picking it with a chop one. I have done all my best as a man. Nobody can try like me for this country. I make sure that, look, number 1, I put on for shoemaker. Number 2, na tailor.
Can you hear him?
Number 3, da Allah ki bari mu ji magana. Ina magana kena kamsawa. Ke be a hankali.
Calm down, sir. Please don't be angry.
Dalla, I'm sorry, I'm basing ni. Yawa. So I get everything. So this woman want to just make sure that she took over everything and she is not going to stop me because number 4 wife, wallahi, I must marry him.
So wallahi, tallahi, you will not marry her. Well, you hear me? Baka Isaba, it will not happen.
How about?
You will not marry any 4 wife.
Okay. Now competition, ba?
It's not competition, it's a fact. You will not marry. You will not marry another wife, let me tell you something. And by the way, if the second and the first wife want their children to become hunters, carpenters, you will take them to school, higher university.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, but then get me. Before I marry you as a number 3, I don't marry number 1. I marry number 2, and they are never complaining. Now I can't marry you number 3. Then you want to stop me marrying number 4, but I will tell you, you are not a matter. You are not a matter that is anything that have weight and occupy space. Only you want to take over everywhere. So I will tell you that.
Some back I will give you blood pressure. I will frustrate you. Oh, you don't know me.
You can never do anything.
You don't know me. But I said never. But you don't know me.
Just go to my community in Sokoto. Ask about me. They will tell you when we were aware that when we are aware.
And
da Allah ya ki zamna
barin ga maka wallahi tallahi baka isa ba, you are nobody.
Ni din nan.
You will not marry again. Kana
Ni din nan. Wallahi barin ga miki wallahi tallahi wallahi tallahi I
will make sure you don't marry again.
Da ni kike I will beat you.
Let's calm them down. Let's calm them down.
Okay, bari a gama.
Baka isa ba, you will not marry again.
Welcome back. It's funny and very funny galore today. The issue of polygamy has cropped up again, and we have this lovely couple that are arguing and don't seem to agree on the way forward.
The way you have said it, it's rather funny. It's funny, it's exciting, but we shouldn't now, what is paining somebody, something that is really, really hitting her up, we now turn it to something we should be joking about. But Islamically, I don't see anything bad in it, because the good book of Islam says you can take at least 4 if you can take care of them equally, if you can be equal among the 4 of them. But Alhaji made a mistake. When you tell something to a woman, we don't forget easily. We don't forget. And maybe that was the reason in the first place why she agreed to come and become the 3rd wife. So I'm not really, her fight is not coming out. I'm not seeing what she's angry about.
It's quite really funny.
I know this is your field.
There is no case as a matter of fact. She just wasted the man's transport by even coming to give you that brief. For him to even tell the woman that she is stopping at 3rd, she is being economically with the truth. You see, we as a man, we are insatiable when it comes to women. Because to whom brain is given, common sense is expected.
I see.
So I think as it's a matter of her relegating to the background and expect to welcome her Kishia.
Well, I think she's in a binder because the Islamic religion permits the man to marry up to 4 wives. It's just like a woman coming and saying, oh, I agreed with my husband, we're only going to give birth to 2 kids. So if she gets pregnant or the 3rd time and she's like, but I told you I don't want a 3rd child. Of course, it's what they call the byproduct of being married to him. So she's married to a Muslim man and they're entitled to 4 wives. She's just the 3rd wife. She did that to a woman just a few years ago, so she shouldn't scream murder at this particular extent. But I think the man should be reasonable and give the woman what she wants, in that he should at least give them a certain level of education, basic level of education, in order to these children to empower themselves. We don't want them to become miscreants.
Are you telling the man is not powerful? How about lawyer?
He should at least take care of the kids, make sure they have the education. They should.
There is where I am concerned.
So please, let's consider the fact that the children are actually affected here, and not just herself.
Okay.
Okay, please.
Okay, well, it's still funny to me because it just seems like they are both confused about everything that's happening. In the first place, and this is why a lot of our northern children are on the streets with bowls and plates, begging for food, being tagged almajiris, where a woman and her husband keep having children non-stop, without planning, without waiting to say or to think that, okay, for me to bring forth these children, what am I laying down for them? How am I preparing for their arrival? And how do I intend to take care of them until at least they're adults? Once the children are boys, 3, 4, 5-year-olds, they send them to where they go to learn about the Quran. They go to Quranic school. And from there, they get plates and don't even bother going home, because most of the time, there's even hardly food for them to eat. And so they carry plates from house to house, begging to eat, to survive. And now, for children like that that grew up on the streets, if you now tell that kind of child, come and take 5 million for your family, take 1 million, take 500,000 for your family, let me wrap a bomb around you so that you can just go straight to heaven. That is what the child would do. That's what the young man eventually would do, because he would feel, what else do I even have to lose? So it's easier to because the effect of this funny situation cannot be underestimated, because it's reaching far and wide. And so, you know, there are different angles to this matter. Let's see how we can resolve it though, and find a common ground, and see how we can talk to him too, to please just look more into educating his children and providing a future for them, rather than having more wives and more children.
The plentier, the merrier.
The plentier,
The merrier.
the merrier.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. As you have heard from our discussants, there's a lot involved in this matter. I still have with me Malam Suleiman and his lovely wife, and we've been able to calm them down to ask more questions and talk to them more and find the way forward. So, sir, please, I beg of you, both of you are mature adults. You don't need to lose your tempers. These are things that we can discuss and resolve amicably. Okay, let me ask you, sir.
Okay.
What are your reasons for taking more than one wife?
Yawa. You see, your question is a very welcome. One thing you must understand about my kind of person, I am very religious. Fornication, adultery is not in the blood in my family. So we are make sure that we are take all those things nyama and rofo come out for our body.
Okay.
So that is why we are going to marry as ever we are like them. You understand? Yes. So now, because I never want to do all those kind of nonsense, that is why I say, okay, number 4 woman I go marry. And because like this thing I don't get on for Issa has now, myself, my bed cannot even sustain them. The last time I see her on top of bed, well, like, where's the bed? Where my woman? You understand? Now she is the more careful, or now Abinnen is the distant. Now here I can say, okay, let me marry another one, so that I know we'll go for outside and begin to do ropo before you see she is doing this Abinnen wahala.
Okay, so your own reason is that you don't want to fornicate
Yowa.
and commit adultery. So you rather marry another wife than to go and sleep around.
Yowa. Because anything that it will make me not see heaven, I know Giripa.
Okay. Okay. How about you, madam?
He's lying.
What are your reasons? What is it that really bothers you? Because you know he knew he was a polygamist before you married him. So what are the issues that are truly bothering you?
Let me tell you. First of all, he is lying. I have not known this man for 3 months. As I'm sitting here, I have refused him touching me. You know why?
Why?
He has infected me. He has given me STDs. He has given the first wife STDs. He has given the second wife STDs. Not me. Oh. That's aside not taking care of our children. That's aside not taking my kids to school, furthering them, not doing it, not taking care of his family. That's aside the terrible things this man has done to us.
That's
aside the...
You are a shaitan. You are a shaitan.
Insisting he must marry a 4th wife with all these problems in the family. How can a 4th woman sit in? How? You see this man, he does not last long on bed. He is bad.
I see.
That's aside the infection he is giving me. So how does this marriage cope? How?
Okay, wallahi moderator, that one in her life, she went to me to say, okay, I have last, by the time I spent complete 3 days with a woman on top of bed. That one is not a killing. Is it not a killing? Is it good? Is that what the biology is talking? Nonsense.
Okay, let's keep that aside. Let's keep that aside.
Every time I want make I do like watching this thing, don't quiet.
He sleeps with anything called a woman.
Wow.
He sleeps with anything. And then
outside of his wives?
Yes.
He still has affairs outside.
He comes back to us. I can speak for myself. I don't know about the rest. He comes back to me to sleep with me and give me STD and the rest. No way. He will not touch me. I've not known this man for 3 months. And I have my reasons.
Moderator, that Allah before you ask your question. This woman, it don't look like facing, it don't carry STD. The way it be like bread, they don't soak inside water.
This is the problem when you marry.
When the water never agree come out inside the bread.
When you marry.
The way it be, look at what pa, it don't be like a mama ungozi fry pan. Imagine, like you imagine this woman. Is there any woman presently in Nigeria that never sabi cook agushi soup? Yeah? This woman go use a granite to cook agushi.
But he knew I could not cook. He knew I came from a rich home. He has always known I can't cook. And I told him.
Your mama, you never cook. Your mother is not cook for your father. You go put a sugar inside soup. Nonsense. That is why I said
if you call my mother's name on
I go call your mama.
If you call my mother's name
I go call your mama.
Suleiman, if you call my mother's name on I will.
I go call your mama.
If you try me.
Calm down.
Let me tell you, say this is my glass. I go check for your eyes like this.
Calm down, please. Please calm down. Calm down. Sorry.
But then, sorry, moderator. Let me tell you one problem about this my woman. She is a kwagumaya.
Ask him what is that.
Calm down.
It's
bloody illiterate.
Illiterate.
What did I see in a man like this?
After all of my education, and now I don't take it illiterate. I can say you are a really alology. KG, comment inside everything. Go to my community and...
Okay.
What have I done?
Okay.
Sorry, moderator.
Okay, let's start from somewhere.
Yawa.
Now, madam, you have to calm down. First of all, traditionally, and even as our holy books have taught us, you don't call your husband names. You don't insult him and degrade him this way.
That is how she calling me different.
But he has lost my respect. I cannot respect this man.
I understand that. But as long as he's still your husband, you would need to respect him. He's still the father of your children. Please, no name calling, right? Calm down and let us really look into this. The name calling and the fighting is not going to change anything. I need you to also understand the fact that this will happen sooner or later. You can only work on what you can change. All of this will not stop him from taking another wife. You just have to deal with it the same way you've been dealing with the other two.
But we should at least take care of our children.
He will. I'll really talk to him about that. Also look for a way of also working, doing business, trading, something that you can use to also support your children. Because of course an education is important. Please, madam, please, let's not lose our tempers this way again. The more you fight, the easier it is for him to take another wife. You know, so still just be your good self. Don't let all of this change you into who you are not. So please just try to calm down, right? It is there. The tradition is there. It's been written and we all know, right? You cannot fight this. As much as I would like to help you fight it, it's a harsh reality that you must face because you really signed up for this. He's allowed to up to 4 wives and he has 3. He wants to add another one. So please calm down. Find ways of making your own self happy, ways of coping. For the STDs, I'm going to talk to him about that. Okay?
He's not touching me. Please talk to him. Tell him. He's not going to touch me till I am certified and sure that he's clean.
Okay. Sir.
He's not getting any babies.
Let's start from that. The STDs. Now, when you have multiple sexual partners, you must take some precautions because it's very easy to transfer STDs from one party to the other. When you juggle the 3 of them, it means that it goes across board. So any STD that you may carry or any of them may have given you has to be treated urgently. I would advise that you take all of your wives to a good hospital and run special tests to find out if there's any STDs and what can be done about it. These are some of the dangers of polygamy. You cannot really predict who is what and where what may be coming from. Okay? So please, let's take time to go to hospital and sort that one out. Your health is first, and that's the most important thing.
Okay, I hear moderator. I don't carry and go chemist.
Okay, no, hospital this time.
Okay.
Hospital. Now, the next thing is this issue of a new wife. As a man, you would check a lot of things before you take that kind of big decision. You have 15 children and the finances are not really good. The economy is poor. Everybody is struggling. Oh. You know, I understand that you are working hard and trying to provide in the best way possible. But as it is now, you already have almost 20, if not more people, depending on only you. There's no beauty outside that you cannot find within your 3 wives if you look at them properly. If there's anything about them that you would need to change, then talk to them about it. Help them understand your own feelings and what you would like. so that there will not be need for more wives, because the more you marry, the more children you bear, the bigger your responsibilities, and it's even more difficult to spend time with your children and train them up well. And what she's saying about education is important. I know, yes, everybody is not of the opinion that we must all go to school. But because she thinks it's important, the other wives might not feel so. But because she feels it's important, I think it's time you give it attention. Because an educated child might actually be the future of this family. An educated child might be the one that is going to bring joy and a good name to the family tomorrow. So please, sir, I need both of you to calm down and talk. You still love each other. That's why you are so passionate about this. So you guys should go home and settle this amicably. Talk to the three of them and then see what you can do, even if it's to stall this fourth wedding for some time until there's peace in your home. Don't forget that Islamically, you are meant to treat them equally. That is the single condition that God has placed on polygamy. Now, your responsibility is to make sure that you care for them in the exact same way. Almost impossible. We know you're human, but that's what you must strive to do. I don't know how, but you've been able to juggle the three of them. And so look at it technically. Are you able to treat them exactly the same way?
God bless
Are you able to carry their financial issues in the exact same way? So you have to consider all of that before you think of taking another wife. I hope things get better from here. Okay?
Ta, mun gode moderator to. Ya zamu yi. Life itself na manage. I go manage them. God will bless you.
Thank you.
Allah will bless you for everything. I just hope he listens.
He will listen. I'll still keep tabs. I'll still check on you. And I'll still follow up to make sure that things go well.
I will work on my own.
But a moderator, the Allah, tell them by the time I reach house, before 7 o'clock, in my bedroom.
Okay, no problem.
He should know. Tell him he has to go to the hospital and take a test.
That will be sorted, I'm sure. That is the much we can take for this segment. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of our time for today. But before we go, I'd like to say something to you. Polygamy is something very, very delicate that we must always be careful before we go into. Many of us choose what we work with based on our convenience from religion. Are you aware that you must treat your wives equally, exactly the same way if you must take another wife? Are you aware of the responsibilities that come with having multiple wives? Are you also aware of the lives of the children that are involved in the equation? Of course, if you have the financial backing and you have the understanding and the values, of course, and you have women that are willing, there's nothing wrong with polygamy. But many of us enter it wrongly. We can barely feed the ones we have. We can barely take care of the children we already have. We go on there and have more children. I want to advise all women that are in this position today. Now, you signed up for this. Unfortunately, you have to prepare your mind. If you cannot change something, you learn to live with it. And so I'll urge you to find your own happiness. Urge you to do something productive with yourself. Urge you not to leave the sole responsibility of caring for your children financially to your husband, because there are several other children. And so you must be up and doing. Of course, many of you also go into polygamy out of desperation. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, I'm not married. Well, you have to also be careful, because it's better to be single than to be married and frustrated. It comes with a lot, and you must prepare your mind and see if it works for you. Finally, the issue of STDs, please, when you notice anything, let your partners know and make sure all of you are treated at the same time. These are some of the risks that come with polygamy, because there you share each other without actually knowing. And if one person is infected with something, chances are that everyone else involved will get it. And so please, regular checks are necessary. Don't go to just roadside pharmacies, and don't self-medicate. Try and get a professional to look through and help you. Okay, from all of us here, and until we see you next time, don't forget that you don't need to go through life's issues alone. You know why? Mima cares.